Hello, everyone. My name is Irving Garcia, and today we're going to be talking about my selection for a current event. Now, the world is changing for better and for worse. What events fall into either category is predominantly a matter of public or political opinion. However, what is undeniable is that we are, as a result of the interconnectedness that social media has provided us, seeing a large influx of individuals protesting for what they believe is right worldwide. From the conflict in Myanmar, where people are struggling against a military coup that has taken place there, to something that hits closer to home, such as the BLM protests, which are advocating for equality. There is no shortage of news for people demanding a drastic change as a society. Today, out of all those events, I want to talk about what is going on in Iran. Now, I'm going to start off with a little bit of a visual. Most of us have mothers, sisters, and some of us even daughters. I would hope that also comes with the love and affection necessary to treat them with the respect they deserve. Now, let me get a little bit graphic here. Imagine those very same people, dead and bloody at the hands of these so-called morality police, all because they did not wear a simple piece of fabric correctly. This was a story for Masa Amini and too many women before her in the country of Iran, where every woman is forced to wear the hijab in public. According to the Human Rights Watch, this even applies to young girls who are required to wear this head covering to be able to attend elementary school. Masa's death sparked a worldwide outrage that led to a series of protests that are still ongoing to this very day. The protests are centering around gender equality, something that I wholeheartedly believe in and hope that it spreads throughout all corners of the world. Women should not be forced to cover up or be labeled as deviant for not bending to their husband's or any man's will. According to Abbas Milani, which is a program director in the School of Humanities and Sciences, and as referenced by Stanford News, the protesters' bold acts of defiance against Iran's supreme leader and the regime he represents are part of a long struggle for democracy, sovereignty, and independence among the people in Iran. My heart goes out to these protesters. Not only are they standing together for women's rights in one of the countries that is most opposed to said cause, they are braving the very worst the corrupt regime has to throw at them so they could finally achieve their independence from corrupt leadership. This very same leadership that harasses and arrests religious minorities, including Christians, Sunni Muslims, and Jews. There is a duality when referring to videos of these protests. On one hand, you can see the beautiful displays of Iranian women dancing around piles of burning hijabs, basking in the daring display of individuality. And you can also see the horror orchestrated by security forces using shotguns, assault rifles, handguns, and all manner of weaponry against protesters who are in largely peaceful and often crowded settings, altogether killing and injuring hundreds. In some cases, they shot at people who were simply running away. One particularly morbid video I have recently seen is that of a woman riding in the passenger seat of a car, simply recording the protest as they happened when a bullet fired by an officer struck her in the head, killing her instantly. The video was shot in her perspective. She effectively recorded her own murder. As said by Dada Safirfar, the senior Iran researcher at Human Rights Watch, the Iranian authorities' brutal response to protests across many cities indicates concerted action by the government to crush dissent with cruel disregard for life. The security forces' widespread shooting of the protesters only serves to fuel anger against the corrupt and autocratic government. As evidence, The protesters are facing extreme and unjust opposition for standing out for their fellow women. Despite the brutality they are enduring, a victory is essential for the quest of equality. I firmly believe that the regime is wrong and misogynistic. There should be there is no justification for the hell they are subjecting women in their country. Well, this is a very extreme example. We shouldn't believe that things like this can't happen in here in the United States. In my views, it is extremely important that there be drastic social change enacted, as women should never have to live in fear of subjugation or death. We are all equal, and all of our norms should reflect that. Thank you for sticking by, and I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye bye.